Hey parents, is an e-bike on your teen's Christmas wish list? You may want to consider the dangers before buying them one this holiday season. Dr. Romeo Ignacio Jr., Trauma Medical Director at Rady Children's Hospital, is here with more. You have read into the conversation that I have at my house almost daily. And I keep trying to tell these kids, no, it's dangerous.
Yeah, I have to tell you, as a trauma surgeon, I've seen lots of injuries with e-bikes. And the fact of the matter, they're so popular. The kids love it, and I get it. It's a great gift. It's fast. It gets you to point A or point B. But there's certain hazards I think that parents should be aware of, especially when they're thinking about buying this as a gift. I agree with you.
I may take some notes here so I can have some factual information to insert in my next conversation with my kids. How common are these injuries? Because kids think, nothing's going to happen to me, but it happens.
Yeah, it happens quite a bit. If you look at San Diego, we see 136 injuries. Now, imagine that's only the severely injured. Imagine that's not even including the emergency room. And we are one of 6 trauma centers. And usually what we see is 1 or 3 a day. And maybe about 3-4 years ago, we're seeing anywhere from 3 to 5 a day. And some of these injuries are really horrible and they're heartbreaking, especially the parents who have to see their child, and because they don't realize some of the hazards that came with that vehicle.
I was pulling out of a parking spot in the dark, and my kids were in the car, and I'm glad that they actually got to see this. And a young kid on an e-bike, actually 2 people were on there, whizzed right by as I was pulling out. I mean, doctor, it was a millisecond, just blowing right through the parking lot. You know, these are things that they need to think about.
Yeah, I think the things that people don't realize, because it's a bicycle, right?
Yes, bicycle.
It's a bicycle with a motor, and it has speed, and some of our kids obviously don't have the experience to react at a vehicle that can go as high as almost 30 miles per hour, and that's fairly fast.
When these kids and the injuries that you see in the hospital, are we talking broken bones? What are we talking about?
Yeah, we're seeing some fractures, but some of the fractures are quite severe. But the other things that we're seeing is we're also seeing really severe head injuries, head bleeds. We're seeing injuries to their lungs, injuries to their organs. And it's interesting because there's been some studies looking at comparing non-electric bicycles versus motorcycles. The injuries that we're seeing with e-bikes are almost similar to what we see with motorcycles, which tells you something about how fast these things go and how potentially dangerous they are.
If you are a family and there's somebody watching right now and they choose that they want to do this for their kids, is there protective gear available or things that would just help minimize injury in case of an accident?
Yeah, the first thing though is helmet. Always wear a helmet for an e-bike. I think that even goes for a regular bicycle. That can protect you from a lot of things, because protecting your brain is probably a very important thing to do. There's also pads for your elbows and your knees and stuff. Those are important. Wearing the appropriate type of apparel to protect you from abrasions and cuts and bruises when you fall. But I think the most important thing I want to emphasize for all the parents is to wear a helmet.
Any final advice if you're looking at your shopping list at home and e-bike is on there? What would you tell parents?
I tell a parent, number one, is I get it. You know, e-bikes are fun and fast, but I want the kids to have an experience that lasts. And so wear a helmet. Number 2, think about the protective gear. Think about your child. Are they ready for this? Are they ready for the speed? Because some of them are still riding e-bikes with their phone. Sometimes they're distracted. Sometimes there's more than one rider. Think about safety, because as much as we'd love to have these e-bikes, because I'm not anti-e-bikes. I think e-bikes are great. But also, when we think about our kids, we have to think about safety.
My conversation with my son ended that it's not that I don't trust you. I don't trust the other drivers on the road.
Absolutely.
And that conversation was with a period, and it's done. Doctor, thank you for being here. Good advice.
Thank you for having me here today.
All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.